One night, my friend Jake and I decided to check out the infamous abandoned Rolling Acres Mall in Akron, Ohio. We picked a Wednesday night around 11 p.m. since we didn't have school the next day, making it the perfect time to explore. To get in, we had to sneak through a door that had been forced open by previous explorers. Once inside, it was pitch black. We briefly turned on our flashlights, just to get a sense of how dark it really was. It felt like the kind of place where you couldn't even see your hand in front of your face, so we quickly switched them off again. We spent some time exploring the lower level of the mall before deciding to head up to the second floor. We climbed the escalator, shining our flashlights on the abandoned stores as we went. The atmosphere was eerie, and everything felt frozen in time. Then, from further down the upper level, we heard a loud bang. It startled me, and I immediately asked Jake if he thought it could be security or the cops. Jake seemed unconcerned, saying he doubted it, probably just other people like us, maybe exploring the mall as well. But just in case, we decided to move in the opposite direction of the sound, not wanting to run into anyone else who might be there. We were walking near the old JCPenney store when we heard another bang, but this one was much louder and closer. At that point, we both got nervous. We turned off our flashlights again to stay as hidden as possible. Without the lights, we tried to quietly move away from the noise, making sure not to bump into anything or make any sounds ourselves. Then I started hearing something that sounded like Jake calling my name, but it was muffled. I assumed he was ahead of me, so I followed the sound, moving slowly through the dark. As I got closer, I whispered, "Jake, where do we go now?" But he didn't respond. At this point, I started to feel around for him, thinking maybe he had stopped or was waiting for me. My hand brushed against something that felt like the shoulder of his jacket, but when I touched the fabric, it didn't feel right. The material was different from the coat I knew Jake was wearing. Confused, I quickly turned on my flashlight and immediately screamed. Standing in front of me wasn't Jake, but a tall man wearing a beanie and a face mask. Before I could react, he grabbed me and put me in a headlock, trying to drag me somewhere. I panicked, but just as I was about to fight back, Jake appeared out of nowhere and punched the man square in the face. The blow was enough to make the guy let go of me, and I broke free. Jake and I wasted no time. We ran as fast as we could back toward the entrance, the place where we'd snuck in. We didn't stop until we were outside, and even then, we kept running, heading for the car. Once we reached the car, Jake quickly drove us out of the parking lot, not looking back. It wasn't until we were far from the abandoned mall that I felt the tension ease up. Only then did I realize just how shaken I was. I turned to Jake, gave him a firm handshake, and thanked him with all my heart. I was so grateful that he had come through and potentially saved my life that night.